So you wanted to generate your first YouTube thumbnail using Canva. The process actually is going to be really simple, and there's 3 different ways of how you can actually do this. The first step to make this really easily and in less than even 5 or 7 minutes is to go directly into Canva. Canva is totally for free. You will be having a link in the description if you wanted to try out Canva Pro totally for free for the next 30 days. So you can have all the tools available that Canva has to offer to us. So to have access directly inside here, just enter into canva.com, or you can download out the actual application directly from the actual canva.com. You can use your mobile device or you can use your desktop. Once you have directly access in it, it will be asking you to sign in or to sign up. Usually what I do is to sign up with a Facebook or a Google account to make this process really fast, and I can just start designing in a very easy way. Once you have access directly into Canva, the next step is to set up your canvas. This is going to be really important. So what I'm going to be doing here is to focus into the upper left corner with this purple section that says create. When I click into this element, it will be popping up this new section that says create a design. What would you like to create? If I type the words to YouTube and thumbnail, it will be showing me this specific element that we're actually aiming for. This is the element preset that we're actually aiming for, because this is the actual size that YouTube allows. So click into that element, and just like that, we are exactly directly into the editor. And this is the first easiest way to look out for designing into Canva, which is templates. Into the left section, it will be automatically popping up the template section. Templates are, let's say for example, stuff that you can just click directly inside there, and you can use those templates to make this your own. Let's say for example that I want to be creating like a blog from a trip that I currently have. So what I needed to do is to choose one element that fits me, and just like that, it will be popping all the elements inside my editor. So what I just needed to do is to just change, let's say for example, the title and the images. Usually these images have these templates, so what you just need to do is to click into upload files, and upload your own images. Let's say for example that this is our client. So if I just put my image inside here, you can see that it will be automatically be added without having to do absolutely anything. So what I can do is to add more images depending into what I'm actually trying to aim for. And here into daily blog, let's say that I clicked inside here, and into the upper side we have like a few tools that I can use to edit the element that I clicked on. So I'm going to change this for this, and sometimes this happens, just let's say just stretch this a little bit more, and you can click inside here so you can be center things. A day in my life, I think this actually works really fine. And if you're okay with it, what you can do is to go for sure. Before you publish this specific thumbnail, I can suggest you to make this a little bit smaller. And if you see that this actual thumbnail still looks good, really tiny, then this means that you have created a really catchy thumbnail. Now, the second way that you can generate an actual thumbnail is to make this manual. For example, I can add a new page. Inside elements, what I can do is to add my own elements, so I can start adding, let's say, my elements without having to get an actual template. So for example, let's say that I add one element inside here, I go and add my text. So I double click, and let's say I went to a castle, right? So this is totally optional. If you know yourself how to design stuff, you can just go ahead and make this your own. If you don't know what you're actually doing, what I can strongly suggest you is to start with some templates so you can be familiarized with all the elements that Canva has to offer, and into the future you can just add your own stuff. Now this is just an example. You don't have to add elements that are not yours. What I can suggest you a lot is to add real images of what people are actually going to be real seeing, because otherwise it will be something like clickbait, and that's something that people does not want to see. So take that in mind when you want to generate your own thumbnails. So in my case, I think this actually works for me. I just needed to make this a little bit much more smaller, and into my text, I wanted to generate an actual outline and color black, and there we go. It doesn't look that bad actually, so there we go. So well, when you finish with your actual design, what you wanted to do is to hit into the element that says show. Now this is just not clickbait, but of course this could be attracting a little bit more attention. So there you go. So usually what I do is to go for the element that says show, download. Every single time I choose PNG, and into the advanced settings I leave this as it is and go for download. And there you go. Your actual thumbnail will be generated right away. So when you finish with this element, make sure that you keep this specific size. That's the reason why you use this specific template, because Canva already knows what we're actually aiming for. And the last way of how we can actually do this is to go into the home dashboard, and instead of clicking into create a design, you go for Canva AI. Now here into Canva AI, I usually choose the element that says design, and you can go for social media, you go for category, and you go for YouTube thumbnail. And here, let's say for example, let's go for a YouTube thumbnail for a video about a blog where I visited a castle, or a really expensive castle in France. And you can add more information about what you're actually aiming for. Let's say for example, make it spooky, make it attractive, make it minimalistic, make it clickable, something really easily, and I go for next. And what's going to happen is going to be generating me a new design, but here it will be usually adding up to 3 or 4 different designs that you can choose, and you can select one of those and you can use that to edit the element that the Canva AI has given you. And usually it's a really easily way to generate stuff, because sometimes people doesn't know how to use Canva, even though it's really easily to use. But this is an actual really amazing tool to use if you don't know absolutely anything about creating or designing here into Canva. For example, this is an actual really great element that you can choose. So you can delete this element and put yourself inside here. You can do exactly the same thing in here, right? So take your picture size, choose the best for you, and you're actually good to go. The process actually is going to be really simple, and well, basically that will be actually it. So if you have any questions, guys, you let me know in the comments below what you think about this great tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and well, let me know in the comments what you think about these 3 ways of generating a YouTube thumbnail through Canva. Thank you for watching. See you next time.